Hello, hello, hello. Hope you guys are ready for more Edge Kino. I am. I'm always ready for Edge Kino. It's always time for Edge Kino. What's up, Preston? Gay and late? If you say so. If the time zones have somehow shifted and I've been made unaware of it, yes, we're in fact late and gay. What's up, Sneed Oil? You forgot it was Tuesday. How could I forget it was Tuesday? Tuesday's when I stream. Movie thumbnail? What's up, Meow? So glad on Tuesdays I begin later. I mean, I could start later on Sundays. It's just like, you know. Tuesday I work. That's why I start so late. But alright, I'm really excited. I'm excited to play more. One of my favoriteest games. The best Zelda game. Better than any actual official Zelda game. Darksiders 2. It's peak, okay? It's fucking peak. And I'll hear nothing to the contrary. Hatred is real, Edge Kino. Hatred is just the darkness without a budget. Okay. So, we're at the... What is it called? I call it Tears of the Kingdom as the thumbnail. I forgot what the name is. The Drench Fort. So you have to get the Tears of the Mountain. And we have to get the Forge running so that we can get the giant Colossus to defeat the giant eyeball in the middle of the Maker Realm. What's on Darksiders 3? I love Darksiders 3. I actually, honestly, in a lot of ways, I like it more than Darksiders 1. Darksiders 1 is very good, but it also has, you know, that first game weirdness. Oh yeah, I forgot I can lock on. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has my controls all fucked up. So, as I said last time, we're doing a... You can't really get too complicated with the builds in this game, but I usually just min-max, and just to kind of challenge myself and make it a little different than I usually do, I'm going to do an arcane build, which I've never done. I have no idea how that's going to pan out, and hopefully it works out well. I know I gotta go to that door up there, but I know there's a couple, like, treasures around this room that I want to grab before we proceed. Yeah, I honestly... If it wasn't for the gameplay in Genesis, Darksiders 1 would be at the bottom of my list, my tier list for the series. Still very good. It just has a lot of padding. The final dungeon is the worst thing ever. And, you know, you don't really... It's very easy to cheese the gameplay. I mean, you can cheese the gameplay in this one pretty well, too. And the worlds are kind of small compared to this one. A 7 or a 6? For 3? 3 is a solid 7 out of 10. It's still got... People say it sucks that it's a Souls-like. They just made it a little harder. There's a million difficulty options for 3, so you don't... I don't know why people complain about it being a Souls-like. The only thing that sucks about it being a Souls-like is that you never get to ride your fucking horse. Oh, no, Darksiders 1? Darksiders 1 is like a solid 7. It is not a 6. Darksiders 3 has non-Souls mode. It's kind of the same thing. It's just you... The only real major difference is that you can dodge mid-animation with the quote-unquote classic mode turned on, and in the base game you can't. I actually don't play it with classic mode on because I've just gotten so used to the slow dodging in that one. Here we go. This isn't Resistance 2 hard mode. I was looking at my my hybrid figure on my shelf and I was like, I really should stream Resistance at some point. I've talked enough shit about those games. I definitely could make a case for streaming them, and I do like them a lot. Hated the Darksiders aesthetic as a teen, but now I just love it. I loved it from the start. I actually was a little disappointed when they showed the final version of Darksiders, because when they first announced it, it was like War was wearing like this robotic power armor, and his hood was blue. And you didn't really see much else of that. It was announced, I think, exclusively in Electronic Gaming Monthly, and the rest of the aesthetic looked mostly the same, but, like, we didn't see War's sword yet, and he looked like a cyborg man. But he did have the gun, and he did have a horse. But, you know, Darksiders, led to Darksiders 2, one of my favorite games ever, so I can't complain about the aesthetic too much. You ate a groperous burger? I'm jealous. I only have boring, healthy food. Can I get up there yet? I don't think the water's high enough. No. Maybe. Maybe I can scramble up there. Yeah. Darksiders. Ugh. I'm being bullied. Sneed Oil, banish him. He's bullying me. Don't actually banish him. I'm joking. I'm joking. I would never abuse mod powers like that. What am I, Darkside Phil? What am I, Philip Burnell? Spoonie? Don't tell me how to play the game. Sony's IP to sit on and do nothing with. I love that THQ and THQ Nordic put these games on fucking everything. They just did PS5 ports of Darksiders 1 and 2. They're already on the PS4 and they work fine. They just ported them again for no reason. I love it. I need to get those ports because I just want as many different versions of Darksiders as possible. I will keep this series alive by hand. If there is no more Darksiders fans, I am no longer alive. Darksiders aesthetic won in the end to fidelity because it only got worse with improvement while art ages well. I wish like, I don't know why Darksiders 3 ran on Unreal Engine. And it did have like an increase in detail, but I feel like if you just kept this exact level of like polygon count and detail, we could have just had the game running at 60 FPS. Right now, the only console version of Darksiders 3 that runs at 60 FPS, believe it or not, is the Nintendo Switch version. But it only runs at 60 FPS on the Switch 2 because it has an uncapped frame rate and the Switch 2 can handle it. On the Switch 1, you're lucky if it's hitting like 15 FPS. What's up, Prairie Judge? I love recommending good games to coworkers and realizing they came out when they probably just hit sentience. I think I've been trying to get my coworker, who I don't even work with anymore, we just keep in touch. I've been trying to get him to play this game for like years, and he just won't do it. Which is weird, because he usually takes my suggestions, and he loves all of them. He played Stellar Blade and Pragmata on my recommendation. He's like, oh, you're like... I recommended other games to him, but he's like, oh, you're like 5 for 5 on recommending me stuff. I'm like, so play fucking Darksiders! Play Sonic Frontiers! I told you they're good! Kieran's the only person who doesn't trust my recommendations, because he's wrong. He didn't believe me when I said Majora's Mask is the best one, and now he's loving it. It's the best official Zelda game, okay? It's not as good as Darksiders 2. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We had a flying squirrel in our warehouse at work, and I got it to climb on my arm for a picture. Oh, that's nice. Were you here last stream, Cunning Druger, where I talked about how I've tamed a chipmunk, and he loves me now, and he begs me for food. We're best friends. Older games aging doesn't faze me, but Crusader Kings 3 being 6 makes me want to Minecraft when I see the ad. Alright, we gotta get this over here. I know these puzzles like the back of my hand, so it's like I'm just gonna do it. It's not gonna faze me. Imagine only playing games that I approve. I approve great games like Never Dead and Fear 3. I used to think of the Sleepy Cabin guys trapping a chipmunk with a Tupperware and some string in a box like 15 years ago. I would never do that. I love my chipmunk bro. There we go. I'm from Texas and I'm used to dogs and cats on base. I'm out for work and I saw roosters and a chicken. Fun work animals. You know, one thing I desperately want to do, I want to pet a cow so bad. I see cows all the time and I just want to go onto someone's property and be like, can I pet your cow? I don't know if I want the burden of owning a cow, but cows seem very lovable. He was in their house? Yeah. I told my mom about the chipmunk, and she said, "Yeah, well, you know, it's gonna crawl into your house and start eating your fucking food." And I'm like, "Well, he wouldn't do that. He's a cool bro. He wouldn't do that to me." I have my wife. Yeah, but she's not here when I'm working, so I need someone to talk to. I'm full on health. Cows are cool, but petting horses awakens something primal. I did get to pet horses when I went to the Amish country in Lancaster. Because our motel was like right next door to an Amish-owned farm. And the horses would just come to the fence and we would just pet them in the morning. They're very sweet animals. They also scare me because they're really big. Cows seem a lot more docile, so I don't want a horse biting my head off. I feel like it could. I feel like a horse could bite my entire scalp off if it had a mind to. I don't think they typically do, but I have a great head of hair. I don't want to lose it to a horse thinking it's like some delicious grass or something. Makes me want to be a knight. Just riding with your lance, ready to ram another guy like in Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Horses aren't scary, it's just harrowing because you know you should be riding one into battle. It's a treasure chest and I want it. Where is it? How do I get over there? Gotta get up there. Gotta cross that little arch. We're not missing any collectibles if I can avoid it. But we're not gonna do the Black Root quest, obviously, because that's just gonna... I've never completed that in my life. I don't know where all those stupid fucking stones are. You have to look at, like, the ceiling of every room you're in. We ain't doing that. Yeah, I got the these dungeons aren't, like, that complicated. I don't think we really need it. They do a pretty good job of, like, organically looping back in on themselves. So you don't really need to... My roommate is on the first date he's had in 12 years right now. Kudos. Everyone give him your positive male energy. Give him the brill he needs to sex up this void. These bugs are doing a lot of damage to me. The video, oh right, I remember that video of the horse eating little baby chicks. That was fucked up. I'm gonna use my fucking potions. I'm fucking up my own controls right now. Fake fan alert. I don't remember what button to use potions. Oh, it's the left directional button. I was pressing the right directional button. Darksiders 2 changing gameplay loop from 1 is pretty cool. I don't know how well it sticks to the RPG aspirations, but it is really fun to progress anyway. Yeah, I mean, once you've done like a New Game Plus run, if you like start up a third file, you've basically gotten every single piece of useful gear you can. Like, for whatever build you're doing, you've probably got what you need. But I wish they kept it. You know, sometimes I don't want loot in games, but I feel like Darksiders 2 handle it really well. So, it's not like those Team Ninja RPGs where there's like 8 million fucking pieces of loot to the point where like you're constantly having to clean your inventory out. Oh, right, this is where the water comes through. I actually did a little fucking pony trying to like nip my finger when we were in Lancaster. Little fucker. He was still cute though, and he was banging his head trying to get out of his enclosure. So he was probably just a wild one. This is like the reflecting pool at the White House right now. The corruption is just like the chemicals that the libtards threw in it to foil Trump's plan to make it clean. Maybe it needed a helmet. How are we doing? This is just an objective upgrade. We'll equip it. The general rule we're going for is we cannot equip anything that will decrease our arcane stat. That's how we're trying to build on this run. But if it just is an objective improvement, we'll do that. The protesters, I know. A pond near me has had like an invasive algae in it for like months. Would they have, like, if Donald Trump came by and said, I'm going to clean this up, like, would they be cheering for it? Like, it's fucking crazy. Why would we want the White House to look ugly? If there was like vines and stuff growing all over, maybe, but that's not the aesthetic we went for there. I miss the days when sequels would actually be a welcome innovation in the gameplay versus now it only gets worse if it changes at all. Devs used to know what you wanted before you did. Well, I kind of miss when, I mean, you know, this was going around on Twitter a couple days ago, like when you could make multiple games in the same engine. You didn't have to like build an entirely new lighting engine from fucking scratch every time you wanted to make a sequel. Can I equip the buckler yet? Oh, I can. Nice. Defense, knockback. I'm also going to try to use light alternate weapons this time. I always use like big hammers and axes. So we're going to do like bucklers and gauntlets and stuff instead. Left loves parasites. So true. I don't usually care that much about politics, but A, that's a particularly dumb one, and B, I was watching so this was a fun story. But that's using the same engine for, well, you can overdo it. Fucking Koei Tecmo did the same thing with Dynasty Warriors. Like, Dynasty Warriors 3 and Dynasty Warriors 6 are on the same engine, and that's with 5 billion fucking spin-offs. So, I was watching some interviews with Orson Scott Card, because I've been enjoying his books so much lately. And I find one, and there's this podcast, and this is the worst name for a podcast I've ever heard. What the fuck is it called? It's called Drinkin' Bros. Drinkin' Bros Podcast. And it's like, oh, they're interviewing Orson Scott Card. I'll check it out. And I'm listening to it, and I look up, because I'm working, and I have this running on the background. And I look up and I see one of the hosts' ats is St. James Street James, which I don't know if you guys know who that is. That is the director of one of my favorite movies, Pool Boy Drowning Out the Fury. So that was a nice little, like, serendipitous thing. It was like, oh wow, one of my directors of one of my favorite movies is talking to an author of a bunch of books that I really like so far. Alright, now we gotta learn how to dodge. I think the buckler can block? Yeah. Death doesn't typically have a block ability that much. This buckler does more damage than my sides, even though it's supposed to be like a smaller weapon. I like that my little ghoul guys can keep him distracted. That's neat. I don't think I've ever really like used this ability all that much. Every good game designer is retired for like forever. That's true. Well, the guys who, so Joe Mad and the other guy who created Darksiders with them, they both head up completely different game studios. So this remaster and Darksiders 3 were made by Gunfire Games, which is the other guy's studio, while Joe Mad's studio Airship Syndicate did Darksiders Genesis. Although supposedly Joe Mad did some art design for Darksiders 3 because the director is like, hey, we're bros, can you help me out? Alright, arcane increase, yeah. Desert Engine is the problem, modders do the work. It is the devs that's true. I would play... I really, like, I am genuinely curious about playing Starfield. It's just like... You know, I just know it's going to be boring, and I know, just like from what I've seen, it's not very, oh, we need this for a side quest. One of the lost journeyman treasures. This warrior's helmet was forged by the Black Hammer eons ago and given to his brother Thane as a special gift. What's up, Evan? I tried to catch your Star Wars stream, I think it was yesterday, and the second I tapped in, actually, like, you just ended it. Imagine making an RPG with not a single memorable character or faction. Ugh. I mean... I don't know. They already made Fallout 4. That's not true. Fallout 4 had some memorable characters. You get to kill your own son. You get to punch him to death while he's on his deathbed. Yeah, I mean, I don't watch Synthetic Man that much because he's far too negative for my taste, but he did, his explanation of, like, Starfield did not paint a pretty picture. The fact that there's no gore in it kind of sucks. Like, what are we, like, babies? We're making an M-rated game with no gore in it? The only thing someone at work at Starfield is a baby-faced crash-out. Yeah, I know. Dust will tell me where to go if I need to. I don't need that right now. I don't think we can go this way yet. I think we need to get the rest of the water filled up. Let's see. Synthetic Man is an atheist, while negativity is inherent. Why can't every game be like Spyro the Dragon? I don't know, he finds woke phantoms where there are none to be found in a lot of games. He loves Futo. Well, experience up Wrath cost, okay. The Phantom Woke Menace. The Fandom Menace. Oh, but he complained that the Fandom Menace kicked him out and they don't like him. Imagine giving a fuck what the Fandom Menace thinks. Two of them were Kickstarter scammers, weren't they? I know EVS was a part of them for a while, and then World Class Bullshitters made his comic book about kidnapping Harrison Ford. Why can't every game be like Spyro? Look, if you made like an edgy Spyro, I would play it. I would unironically play it. If you made Darksiders, but Spyro, Darksiders was a Spyro knockoff instead of a Zelda knockoff, I would still play the fuck out of it. Lockdown while we kill these dudes. Oh, fuck. These things are actually hard to kill. The skeleton men are pretty handy, actually. Nice. Usually those guys kick my ass. I should do a build like this more often. Who knows? Maybe playing an arcane build is like game breaking, and I just never tried it. What's up, Ahab? How's it going, brother? Good to have you here for Darksiders 2, one of my favorite games. I'm going to keep reminding you all that it's one of my favorite games. So that when you all see it and say, wow, that game looks awesome, you'll be like, wow, Thorin recommended that to me. He has such good taste. All the games he likes are great. Conker's was just edgy banjo, true. But I don't like Rare Software games. And again, I don't really like Insomniac games anymore either. They haven't made a good game since Resistance 3. That's right, I'm saying this 2014, was it 27? I don't know, the PS4 Spider-Man game. That game was gay. We've had better Spider-Man games. You don't get points for doing something someone else did, but slightly less good. I think we need the water here to go through, but I'm going to check. Fuse? I didn't like Insomniac Spider-Man. I did play Fuse. It was, you know, it was mediocre. It was perfectly adequate. There was nothing particularly wrong with it. It was just not interesting. I don't think it having a cartoony art style would have made it a better game, which is something a lot of people say. It just looked like Fortnite, before they redid the art style and made it look more realistic, which barely looks realistic. I mean, the main character looks like Batman from that, like, mid-2000s Batman cartoon. Music bangers. True. I think, was it Jesper Kid did this game soundtrack? Got a lot of bangers in it. We have no health potions, so I might go back and get some. Let's see where the puzzles take us first. Sony has a huge issue with devs that aren't familiar with franchises working on legacy projects. What, you mean like Sanzaru Games on Sly 4? I mean, at least someone wanted to keep that series alive. More than Sony themselves did, apparently. What was that? Okay, yeah, came from there. Came from that way. Yeah, we need to just use it. White female choir tracks get me for some reason. Well, that's one of the things, like, some people don't like the Maker, the Forge worlds, just because it's very, you know, high fantasy-esque, and it's not, like, cool angels and demons crap like the latter 3/4 of the game. But I think it's cool. It stands out in the Darksiders series aesthetically. And I prefer all of the locations in this game to, like, the apocalyptic Earth of Darksiders 1 and 3. I only played Maximum Carnage and only as Venom. I have my mom beat the first couple levels for me. I always liked my favorite Spider-Man games are the PS1 Spider-Man game. You know, the one with Monster Rock. And then Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. And go figure, there's a game where you can play as 4 different Spider-Mans. and none of them are Miles Morales. That's kind of weird, don't you think? Like, they had four, they were like, 4 Spider-Mans? Who should we use? Not Miles. He's not Spider-Man. Santa Monica hiring people whose entire God of War knowledge was God of War 2018. Yeah, tragic. We have an entire model of gameplay that is just abandoned now. The God of War like is no more. I'm really hoping Darksiders 4, whenever it comes out, sticks to the 1 and 2 gameplay style, because we don't have action games like God of War anymore. They don't make them. The closest thing we've gotten is Stellar Blade, and that's like mixed in with Dark Souls shit. Like Miles less sales. I might have to see the Nicolas Cage. My brother keeps getting me to watch it. My brother is, it's weird. He's much more politically activated than I am, but he doesn't really pay any attention to that stuff when it comes to like watching TV and movies. He just watches stuff and he's like, yeah, this is a Spider-Man show and it's got Nicolas Cage and it's really cool. You would like it. I just don't watch any like superhero shit anymore. And I might watch it just to make him, you know, just have something to talk about with him, I guess. I'm rumbling Shattered Dimensions will get relisted. Cool. Or you could get the Wii version for $20, which is 1-to-1 the exact same game as the 360 and PS3 version. It's just they toned down the textures a bit, but the art style is not hyper realistic, so it doesn't matter. I just like Nicolas Cage slap. I love Con Air. Sansari Games just didn't fully grasp the concept of Sly. Sly is just 1920s to 1940s pulp with over-the-top stereotypes. No, I know what you mean. Who was that studio? I forget. The one who did... They did the PSP Ratchet and Clank game. And it was just... I think it was Rising Star Games. And it just wasn't... Didn't feel right. It was just, like, too hard. The stages weren't as good. It just felt very weird. And I mean, you know, then you have I think it was like High Noon or something. The guys who made The Order 1886, they did the PSP God of War games, and they seem to understand the assignment just fine. Oh, well, they did Chains of Olympus. I think Ghost of Sparta was Santa Monica, because I know Cory Barlog directed that one. High Impact. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah, you're right. Got 360 copies, relatively cheap. Deadpool 2. Yeah, 360 and PS3 copies of Deadpool are the way to go if you want to play that game, because if you want to get the PS4 version, like I remember at the height of its prices, it was like $1,500. Like the PS4 version of Deadpool is for some reason a sought after item. I guess it's so you can play it on modern hardware, because God forbid you do that. You get a little bum. This one Spider-Man game kind of scared me as a kid. I didn't have a memory card, so I was subject to Carnage fucking with me and the horrific cinematics. Well, I had a memory card, but we just constantly used cheat codes. Like I remember the unlock everything cheat code was Stan Lee's name backwards. And we put on the invincibility cheats. I just wanted to like fuck around with the enemies. I kind of liked that you could like, I kind of just like shooting webs and swinging the enemies around and swinging around in the open city sections. It has worse hitching anyway. Also still 30. Oh yeah, remember that when the PS4 generation started, and they ported a lot of games that were, this game is 30 FPS on the PS4, but apparently like certain enemy animations or something are tied to the frame rate, so, or it has something to do with VSync. I don't know. Something fucks up the enemies in this game if you don't know how to, if you don't know how to change the settings properly. But I'm playing on console, so that's a non-issue. Have a memory card beat Spider-Man, collected all the comics, and we'll go, I don't believe you. I just don't believe that you did that. Unless you played that. I mean, maybe if you're like an expert at that game, it's possible. This is Switch 1. I have the Switch 2 in my living room, and unfortunately the docks are not compatible, or we'd be streaming Switch 2 games all the time. I have a feeling... Oh no, this is the end of the puzzle area. He's going in this here. Anything up here that we need before we get the water running? No. Okay. Sorry for the long-ass comments. Oh, don't worry about it. I didn't play the Norse God of War games, but apparently DLC has you confronting the young version of yourself and talking to him instead of doing a mirror match, which is lame. I played the first new God of War game up to like a fight with a stupid-looking dragon. Oh, I gotta explode something. And then I stopped playing it because it was boring. And then I tried picking it up again, and I didn't even make it like past the first fight with Baldur. So this sucks. I don't like it. I thought maybe like my fiance would like it. We played it once together, and she's like, she had no interest, not invested at all. I actually felt pretty proud of her. Like she's not normie enough. She's not low IQ normie enough to be like, wow, this is so deep. I'm playing as a fat bearded man and his annoying son who never shuts the fuck up when you're trying to do combat. You stream myself docking live? Yes, but with whom? Kieran? I like Zelda dungeons, but these games never felt the same. No, they felt better! Wait, I want to go up here. Oh, there's nothing up here. Never mind. We can go in that area now, though. I think we should be able to get up there. Get your Foyt Sims 2. It's on sale now. She's already played Sims 2. She's a woman. Of course she's played Sims. I've mentioned this last stream, but if the game freezes, it just does that. I haven't played a single version of this game that doesn't occasionally freeze. So, it's not my fault. It's not the Switch's fault. It's just, this game is a little... There were some budget issues in the tail end of development. As much as I love this game, it becomes quite apparent in the final few chapters. Lived at my grandma's one summer, no cable, and only 13 DVDs and a PS1 with no memory. Oh, I get that. For a while, I had no internet, and so I went to a thrift store. This is when me and my fiance first started dating, and I didn't have internet, so when we wanted to watch something, we went to a thrift store and we bought like the first 5 seasons of Smallville, and that's how we kind of bonded. I'm not blaming the performance. I'm just saying it will happen. It's not a matter of when, it just will. It will at some point freeze while we're streaming. I think I'm going the wrong way. I don't want to check the map because I never check the map. Mail Sims are just Paradox games. I can't hate on them while playing City Skylines and TK. I'm 33 and I still don't know how to meet women. Oh, well, with my fiance, I saw her at work and I asked her if she wanted to get coffee after work sometime. And then she told me, oh, I'm busy for a couple of weeks. So then I asked her exactly 2 weeks. She said, ask me in a couple of weeks. I'm busy right now. Then I asked her again in exactly 2 weeks, and she's like, yeah, I'll go. Yeah, I'm running in circles. I'm being retarded. I'm sorry, guys. You'll have to forgive me. It helps that I'm just incredibly handsome. Is the PS5 version still $30? I haven't gotten it yet. Just because I love Darksiders and I want to own every version of it, but I won't buy it for more than $20 because I already own the game on multiple fucking platforms. But I assume yes. I'm just going to assume it runs at 30 FPS. I'm assuming they did the bare minimum to get a native PS5 version running. I have no idea why they would do that. Maybe the performance of the PS4 version on the PS5 is really bad or something, but I can't imagine any other reason why they would do that. Great shit test void. She forgot. Alright, let's grab... There's a treasure chest somewhere. I think it's behind that big maker statue. Right? Yeah, there it is. I'm going to approach the next 10 out of 10 I see and ask if she wants to marathon the comprehensive history of Chris Chan. And if she asks what it is, say it's a true crime documentary. That's all you gotta say. Lock in. Just lie. I mean, it is technically a true crime documentary. It's about this crazy guy who he assaulted someone at a GameStop, and then he SA'd his mother. That's not really a lie, exactly. we're just, it's a lie of omission. If she says it's like normal, like yes. Alright, this is the way to the boss chamber. How are we doing on health items? We have a potion. No, it's a mordant dew. I don't know how to check how many potions there. Oh, I can equip this one. Yes! Oh, I have one. Okay, so we'll go get some more real quick. Fun fact about this game, you can kind of just, you can travel back to wherever you need to at any point in the time to get more supplies, and it will save your progress. It should let me. It says fast travel is not available. Why? Maybe I have to go out into the world. I just know you can usually just leave. Weird. Alright, well. Let me see if I can... You know, I'm just gonna do the boss. Who gives a fuck? If I die, I die. Name one person who hasn't attacked someone at a GameStop. That's true. Fair play. There's something about the air. There's something in the air at GameStop that makes people just like, I just need to spray chemicals in someone's face. I need to commit an acid attack because I'm at GameStop and they offered me $3, not even $3, 99 cents, 5 cents for my 2-year-old Madden game that's already out of date. I just jumped over there. If you go to the bathroom halfway through and come back wearing my striped long sleeve polo. Concentrated rage when the employees being forced to sell credit cards. You know what? They fucking deserve it. When you go to a GameStop that's good, the employees are like, they're fun to talk to, and you know, it's a nice experience to go into a GameStop, and the employees are knowledgeable, attentive, but not too attentive to the point where they annoy you. And then you go into a bad GameStop and the employees are like not doing anything. Like, the shelves aren't organized. They're all just like, kind of like lounging about. 99% of the time they have like some friend in the store who shouldn't be there, but like the manager hasn't caught them on camera or something to tell them like, yo, get this fucking guy out of the store. Oh right, I forgot when he dislodges. There we go. Fuck you, Earth Crag. Earth Craig. Stuttering Craig. Steam Machine is $800. Well, I'm not buying it anyway. I was doing a little bit of research. Actually, I'm becoming a true blue PC gamer. I was looking into SSDs and potential RAM upgrades for my shitty laptop that I stream on. So, you know, I'm putting in the work. Because all the PC hardware stuff is expensive now. It might be cheaper for me to just upgrade my shit. Oh, I forgot about this attack, the, like, root attack. Which, another boss also does this attack. It's an optional side boss. We'll try to do as many quests as possible. Pretty sure at least some of the boss execution sounds, I don't know if it's for this boss in particular, but I've had it happen where it just doesn't make any noise. It's weird. He's gonna do the root attack again. This might kill me because the root attack's tough. Maybe I can distract him with zombies. Nope, he only locks in on me. Survived. Usually I always finish it. If the chat's moving, I can't tell. I'm locked in on this super epic boss fight with like I don't know, like a big termite. Fantasy giant termite. Yeah, we got his ass. Cut his pussy open. Masher of Karkanos. According to legend, the hammer was recovered from the hoard of a mighty sea dragon. This weapon was wielded in savage battle at the fortress of Karkanos. Several thunderous blows from the hammer that finally broke down the gate. Named the Masher of Karkanos, this weapon strikes critical blows more often and unleashes devastating critical strikes upon the enemy. Well, as I said, we're focusing on lighter sub-weapons. I don't think anyone ever does light. At least I don't ever do light sub-weapons. So we're going to do that. I have a gamer laptop, I mean. I got a pre-built, not even worth it. $800, $1,000. I mean, if it lasts you a while, if it lasts you at least 5 years, I'd say it's worth it. If it doesn't last you that long, it's not worth it. Make sure I'm not missing out on any Volgrim tokens. We love Macho Fantasy that has everything named X, the X of Y. I mean, like every Castlevania game. Which, you know, fitting, because the first few were about, like, crazy Frank Frazetta barbarians. Big Termite sounds like a SoundCloud rapper. We love to stun the boss, kill goons, and beat him down boss has got to be my favorite gender. Don't worry, this game has it all. It's also got big guy hanging over a ledge that you have to fight. That's also the first boss of the original Darksiders, but in this one, it's in a 3-dimensional arena instead of just like a sideways arena. Turn to the Maker's Forge. Now we can fast travel, okay. Did I miss a room? No, it's just a lower level. Say that modern fantasy sucks, but honestly nobody fucking reads it, so I assume they don't do it. I mean, you know, I said earlier I was listening to an interview with Orson Scott Card. He apparently writes fantasy novels, and I'm sure they're good. I mean, I really like his science fiction, so I would give those a shot. He's a Mormon, but he seems like a nice guy. And he's been extra super duper canceled for really milquetoast opinions. So he's one of our guys. He's hashtag our guy. Okay, we got the stuff for the seer, so we'll do that. We'll hand that into her first. Think Karn is walking around here somewhere, or he might just be waiting at the next dungeon. Really might. No, I know some Mormons are fucking weird, but we also have good Mormons, like Orson Scott Card. He's not in the chat today, but I know Perp is a Mormon.
Something troubled. What was old is new again.
I thought you were supposed to talk to me, bitch. Got anything good? I'm not gonna buy health potions just yet. I'm gonna see if I can get better gear first.
Horseman.
What's up, Frochi? Good to have you in the chat during my favoriteest adventure game. I would call it an adventure game. It's got action, but it's got a lot of puzzle solving and exploring. So I think it qualifies more as an adventure game. Writing epic fantasy right now. It's about a frog that eats poop and smells toes. Is his name, Apu? Oh, right. She's in here now because we did the last 2 dungeons. Let's talk to Thane because I think he has some side quests to give us. And we're leveled up a bit, so we should be able to challenge him to a fight now. Skyrim-ass music. Skyrim wishes. Although I think, what is this, 1 year after Skyrim came out?
Out with it, horseman. I can tell when you've come to boast.
The forge has been restored.
Aye. And Alia ran round the village the moment the waters reached us, giggling like a 2,000-year-old. No, it's a right noble deed for one of the riders. Perhaps I was wrong about you.
Alright, let's give it a try. Hopefully they fill up my health. He won't kill you, but, he'll fuck you up real quick. Nope, they didn't refill my health for me.
Come on! Show me what you've got!
I wonder if I could block him with this buckler. Let's try it. He still does a pretty decent amount of damage, but I can actually block him with it. Oh no!
Is a match for me.
Sci-fi has some of the most obnoxious side of progs. No surprise Orson got on their bad side. Which is weird because, like, a lot of science fiction has very overtly, like, Christian overtones. Like, obviously there's Ender's Game, which is supposedly has Mormon stuff in it. From what I've read of Speaker for the Dead and the Xenocide, it's pretty even-handed with different religions. Like, Speaker for the Dead takes place entirely on a planet populated by Catholics, while Ender himself is an atheist. But he's very respectful to them, despite, which is, like, very unrealistic. An atheist being respectful of someone's religion, come on now. Obviously you have C.S. Lewis out of the Silent Planet. What is it called? The Paralandra trilogy or something? Childhood's End does, like, the... Actually, what you thought were angels are actually demons, but, like, then the ending is basically, like, people go to heaven. Oh, damn. I'm gonna give it one more try. I don't wanna... If not, we'll do it after, the 3rd dungeon. Sci-fi is easy for writers to lose the plot and sniff their own farts in tech and rule systems. Lucas was based as hell. Card was all good. Chud's level in the Book of Clubs. I think this buckler just does more damage than my sides.
That must have hurt. The battle is far from over. Come on. Show me what you've got. Come on. Show me what you've got.
He keeps taunting instead of attacking. Oh, he got me. It's over. He hits you twice and you lose. Alright, we'll come back when we're more leveled up. We'll be able to kick his ass then. Isn't a buckler a shield? Yeah, you can block with it. It's the only weapon you can block with. Lucas just used the human concept of right versus wrong and yin versus yang as a basis for his setting, and it works. It depends on, like space opera sci-fi is, like... I always feel like it's more about the world than the ideas. Like, people get really caught up in, like, what did Frank Herbert mean about Dune? It's like, I don't know, it's about, like, people who do magic, smoke magic cinnamon like it's heroin and ride worms. It doesn't, like, it's still about, like, these virtues are good and these virtues are bad. Look, there was a small shield to deflect blows. I know because the Nibelungen had it all over the place, so I looked it up. Imagine blocking. Yeah, I barely even blocked in the original Darksiders, although you did have a proper counterattack in that one.
It is finished then, at long last. Death, this is a Maker's key, and you had best take it now, before I come to my senses.
You seem more likely to lose them, old one.
A problem, aye. But there is also a solution. The Guardian. Meant to be our greatest weapon, and capable of clearing the forest around the tree. But an earthquake drove us from the foundry, and now I fear something else roams within. The Guardian was never finished.
If the Guardian is your masterwork, how am I to complete him?
In the forest lies another construct, one of the few remaining who have not fallen to corruption. He is not as vast as the Guardian, but his heart is strong. Seek him out, and he will guide you to the foundry. There, you may activate the Guardian using the Maker's key.
The constructs are awakened by a key?
Aye. Constructs do not have a soul like you or I. Not until that soul is given. This key unlocks the stone and prepares it for the ebb and flow of a Maker's life force. In fact, it will bring to life most any construct you find in the realm.
And what makes you think I have a soul, or what?
Isn't that what troubles you?
Let me check the chat real quick. It'd be better with the Splatterhouse OST. It'd be pretty sick, honestly. Blocking is like braking in a racing game. Why would I slow down if I want to go the fastest? You know, that Void has some dirty toes. Pixie playing a pan flute with his ass.
How will I know when I've found this construct?
Constructs are beings of boulder and stone, animated by a Maker's life force.
Don't worry.
Most possess but a fraction of a
they've
soul,
got Voids for
just
every
enough
taste.
to drive them and give them purpose. But through others course the whole of a Maker's being, his memories and emotions. A story half remembered. Life weighs heavy on us all. Not even stone can bear it.
If wardens can resist corruption, why not use them to cleanse your realm?
Sadly, the wardens were called when the seals were broken. The Maker's toll to be paid at the end war. This warden is all that remains.
Then the seals were broken.
Forged key, blah, 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 blah. Will you just listen and explain all that? Reaper form, which is like your Rage of the Gods mode, basically.
Good luck.
I got a skill point. Heck yeah. Alright, can we, preschool health. Cool. Fire aura deals fire damage every 5 seconds. Adds 4. Yeah, why not? Let's just give the ghouls as many powers as possible. I want the crows, because I know the crows let you heal. Okay, I forgot there was a third dungeon. I don't think it's a full-on dungeon. I think it's just like a shorter one. And that's how you get the warden. And then he takes you to the dungeon with the big Colossus guy. And then we'll come back and beat the shit out of Thane. And then he gives you a bunch of extra side quests. This warden, is it a Chad warden? Well, that wouldn't make any sense because this game was on the PS Triple. It couldn't possibly be Chad warden. New York accent really came out when I said Chad Wooden. Oh, jeez. I'm like Movie Bob, barely suppressing his Boston accent. There's just entire episodes of his show where he's just speaking in a thick accent and other ones where he isn't. Okay, now we gotta go to the east. Thorn is the eye. What does that mean? I am the movie Bob of Sonic fans. I can't wait. I have a bunch of free time this week. I'm planning on finishing the editing for my Sonic Superstars video. Finally. And someone asked me like about, you know, potentially doing other videos last time, and I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, I could do those too. They might take a little bit of work, but I could definitely make time for those. So I have a couple of things that I can actually start working on, like Movie Bob. I could be just like Movie Bob. I don't know if I could be as handsome as him. Definitely not as intelligent as him. Hyper intelligent as Robert Chipman, the Robert Chipman of Boston, Massachusetts. I could never be that intelligent. I'm not even going to pretend that I could even dream of being that intelligent. Horseman, you mean centaur? Oh god. Speaking of centaurs, I know there's that one centaur guy in Mortal Kombat, and I've been thinking about Mortal Kombat lately. So I might have to do, what is it? I might have to play Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which basically has its own version of like Shaolin monks. It has a whole like campaign where you play as this dude with a soul patch named Taven, and just go on cool adventures killing shit. Yeah, okay, I can get up here. That's Kentaro. He's fantastic. I always played as, like, when I did play as characters that were actually in the game instead of me and my brother's fucked up custom characters, I usually played Smoke. Okay, I don't have the grappling ability yet. You get every Zelda ability under the sun in this game, but we get our own hook shot. We don't have it yet. We must get it in this next dungeon, I think. Movie Bob retreating from Twitter actually helped his Loudcast status from growing, but at what cost? I know, I miss him. He blocked me anyway, which really sucked. Maybe I should join Blue Sky and follow him. Do you think he would recognize me and block me? I would hope not. We denied Movie Bob his future in space. We did that. Our original sin. Look, if we weren't babysitting the third world, we could have given Movie Bob his superior future. If we just let trillionaire Elon Musk build a hotel on the moon. Alright, we get to do our first, like, construct puzzle. Well, let's go in here first. My fiance, Lindsay Ellis, come clean. No, she has much better taste. My fiance would never abort Spoonie's baby. Ralph responded to me on Twitter, and I fanboyed out. I love Ralph. I've, you know, me and him have gone back and forth on Twitter a few times. Every time, especially when I tweet about Mass Effect, he loves talking about Mass Effect. He fucking loves Mass Effect. He deserved to be the king of Gamergate because he respects peak like Mass Effect. Movie Bob, Spoonie, and DSP in the same room would be great. Didn't Spoonie just come out and be like, oh, I'm officially retired, guys? Like, didn't he just announce that lately? Like, we didn't all fucking know. I guess that means he's not going to show up on people's podcasts for attention anymore. Dodging. Should have used my buckler's ability to block. Ralph was the king of Gamergate because he was actually a gamer. That's true. I mean, I believe that Medicare was a gamer too. He just, he doesn't really talk about games, which is ironic because being a Gamergate guy is kind of his whole thing. Guys are kicking my ass, so it's time to go Super Saiyan. Don't tell me how to retire. I always love that line. How like much of a pissy little bitch do you have to be such an asshole on stream? Like, you're the one who invited these people to watch you play a game. I assume Pro Jared is a lot nicer than him. He seems a lot more emotionally resilient. "10 years later, Spoonie broke the news, much like Star Wars fans that wrote it out are admitting it is now in bad shape. The Mandalorian and Grogu was a step too far, guys. I don't think I can be a fan of Star Wars anymore." Which, actually, speaking of Star Wars, I got, I ordered I had a bunch of Amazon rewards points, so I got a copy of Heir to the Empire. It didn't cost me anything. Because everyone's like, oh, it's the Thrawn book. Thrawn's awesome. You gotta read Thrawn. So I ordered it, and it was supposed to arrive today, and I got the notification from Amazon that it came, and then I see a unusually flat envelope. And I just, like, just out of curiosity, like, what's happening here? I'm pretty sure I know what's happening, but I'm going to check anyway. There's nothing in it. I've never had that happen before. But it obviously does happen because they had an option where my package was empty on the return page. Someone mentioned Star Wars. Yes, I did in fact mention Star Wars. I wanted to read Heir to the Empire, but Amazon said no. But they're sending me a replacement. It should arrive tomorrow, along with my copy of the Switch 2 version of Sonic Frontiers that just released. Wow! I can't wait. I can't wait to play that game like a 5th time. I fucking love Sonic Frontiers. We gotta stream that one soon. Need to summon more ghouls. I was like stepping on my back porch. Jeez. Let's see. I get robbed, but DSP gets every package, right? Spoonie doesn't beat Link Power with that, much less DSP sneak. One small problem. Pro Jared is a Jew. I mean, Spoonie looks like one. Whenever I draw, like, I like to draw, like, self-portraits of myself, and I always draw myself with a conspicuously large nose. I feel like I have a big nose. According to my fiance, I don't have a big nose. I don't believe her. I think I have a big nose. But it's definitely not like Pro Jared or Spoonie big. But I feel like it's unusually large for me. Sonic Frontier. I am Sonic Frontier's strongest soldier. I will now own 3 copies of that game. I would own 4 if I own an Xbox, but I don't own it. Well, I own an Xbox One. Is there an Xbox One version of Sonic Frontiers? Do I need to get that? That requires further study. Nose is correlated with something else. She's negging you. Well, I mean, she has no... She doesn't have any qualms with the size of my hands or feet. In fact, my feet are unusually large for the rest of my body. I think this is an optional dungeon that we don't need to go to. Let's find out. Of course, you're a dwarf. Exactly. Oh no, I just went backwards. We looped around. Which too worth it? Not buying a Steam machine anymore. If it's like your main platform, yes. Because like Switch 1 is like my main gaming platform. I even had a PS5 and I would rather play the Switch. How bad could the PS5 be? I would rather play the fucking Switch. But I'm also a weird contrarian, so don't take my opinion on that. But I really like it. As I've mentioned before, if you bought like weird third-party ports on the Switch, they are greatly enhanced playing on the Switch too. Darksiders 3 and Mortal Shell are like my go-to examples. They run at like a full 60 FPS on the Switch. On the Switch 2, I mean. Never had a book order fucked up from Amazon, so with both of you getting screwed in Star Wars book, it means you should actually read good shit instead. Arcane Critical, we gotta equip it. I said we're doing anything that increases our arcane ability, so we gotta do that. Oh, I need the... You need a certain ability to do this. We don't have... And it's like a late game ability, too. We really gotta come back here, like... What is that? Like an air block? Cool. Bulletstorm gameplay on the timeline. I was gonna at you, but I thought you wouldn't care anyway. I mean, I would have looked at it. I ignore Fallon's DMs on Discord once, and he's emotionally scarred by it. But I'd never open Discord. I only open it when I'm working. You know, me and Fallon aren't that far off, like time-wise. He's just across the ocean. But the small one, not the big one. Come on, get out of that crevice over there, bozo. Whoa, you're shaped like Sonic. She shouldn't. I want to check the word. I'm dead set on just being a reply guy. Well, we tried to add you to the fucking group chat, Sneed, and you didn't reply to my fucking DMs. I even emailed, not emailed you. I DM'd you like a month later with like a poke. Nothing. Sneed secretly hates us. He's embarrassed by us. He's too good to be part of the group chat. I know this is objectively better, but it doesn't increase my arcane ability, so I can't. But we're doing light weapons. Now that I have a check mark, can I DM you offensive memes? Sure. If I am amused by them, I will also retweet them. Sonic would love you, Sneed. That's true. I should get him to in the Sonic Discord. He would have nothing to talk about with anyone there. He would be like, "Oh, this is cringe," but you know what? He's still hashtag our guy. I think there's a Fulgrim, a boatsman's coin around here somewhere. I think they're called. Could be wrong. I don't know why you have this big ass pit of water if you wouldn't have something to collect down here. I remember memes about Facebook poke wars. I mean, I miss Facebook memes in general. All the Facebook meme pages are dead. Here we go. Does Sonic get more racist when he's a werehog? He's already pretty damn racist. He hates the black creatures. He made some other comment in another game. I forgot which one. The only alien, illegal alien that he likes in the entire series is Yacker from Sonic Colors, and he's white. Check my DMs. I don't get notifications. I still check my DMs. Oh, this is cool. I can't use it, but I'll sell it. You've collected a possessed weapon. Yeah, I know. You can upgrade. You can break down gear into possessed weapons to give them higher stats. So we could do that just to make it... Oh, it's going to make me do it. I'm trying to fucking fight something. Yeah, let's upgrade it, because then we can at least get a bunch of money for it. Later, idiot. Alright, where is it? Got the Masher of Karkanos. Got this possessed mace. It's a good way to get rid of, like, gear you're not going to use, too. Oh, where did I get this badass, these gauntlets? Where did these fucking come from? Let's see how those compare to my buckler. Level 1 items might as well be fucking worthless. Don't really care. We're gonna sell this thing. I'm just upgrading it for the increase in value. The increase in market value. Okay, these are worthless. So we will. Does this give me any arcane ability? It doesn't. So let's feed them to the mace. You get so much gear that you'll inevitably get more anyway. Next time I checked DMs, I got death threats from my weebs mad noticing. I've never gotten a death threat. I don't know how you guys do it. And I've pissed off a ton of people. I've never gotten a death threat. I don't know. It's weird. I have people who, like, I've never fucking heard of have blocked me. The crab mesher. I mean, we did get it from, like, a big, like, creature. Crab-esque creature. I'm gonna take the HRT like Sonic wanted, but I was like, whoa, too busy getting married. I'm on the block list. That's true, probably. They know I'm in the Sonic Would Love Us Discord server. And they hate that. So if we get 10 of those Book of the Dead pages, we should be able to go in here. There's one of these in each of the worlds. Of course, the worlds, apart from the Kingdom of the Dead, all the worlds get progressively smaller as you get further in the game, so they actually get easier and easier to collect. Oops. Final Fantasy got me fucked up. I'm trying to press X to talk. I got your helmet back, buddy.
I found your armor.
Stone be praised! It brings back memories to see it again.
What of carven stone?
That's what we call the Stone of Construct Sentinels, to be specific. A sad thing destroying what a maker worked so hard to craft. But these days it must be done. You'll find the Construct Sentinels you need in the Lost Temple. Good luck to you. Horseman, may I beg you another favor?
What is it this time, pup?
A compass that guided me to many wonders when I was young. I thought it lost, like the temple. But now that you've found one,
The other will follow. Very well, Khan. What can you tell me about this place?
I've been here but the once. The time I tried to tip a construct.
A fine sport.
Aye, it is. I could but nudge him an inch before my nerves gave out. The whole time I felt Muria watching me.
Alright, we leveled up. Nice. Can we get this yet? What level do we need for the fucking Murder of Crows ability? Level 8. Okay, we're a bit of a ways off. What else can we... Cost 300 breath. Ghouls deal temper they do more damage. Is there a way to make them last longer? Preschool health. I want to make them do more damage. Least offensive Scottish accent. The weebs are too weak for the Sonic fans. Meanwhile, I'm not a part of a guild, so I'm easy prey for their struggle sessions. Man, being Sonic fans sucks sometimes. Like, having to deal with these fucking people is just so embarrassing and annoying. I'm mutuals with one guy. He's like a big Gundam guy, and he hates Sonic fans. So it's like, do you not, like, see half my tweets? I love Sonic. I never shut the fuck up about it. Hassan Piker head? Yeah, but Hassan Piker's not that yoked. Hassan just, like, he probably just does, like, steroids or something. No fucking way that he does that every day. He spends all of his time sitting on stream. Well, he's not even sitting on stream. He's usually, like, taking a shit while someone else's content is playing. Summon some zombies. I know you can unlock more abilities for sub-weapons, but you have to get to the Land of the Dead before you can do that. I'm with a Yu-Gi-Oh group and they kill me half the time. Sonic fans are always around me. We're lying in wait everywhere. You never know where we might strike. Because the thing about Sonic is it's the gamer's game. When it comes to like 3D platformers, it's I think that doesn't fuck with my arcane stat. I'm trying to keep it consistent. I'm trying to keep my rules consistent. Yeah, it took away my arcane. No, this one has the most arcane, so we're gonna equip that one again. So I just if it doesn't say anything about increasing my arcane, then we're just not gonna equip it. I can't make that mistake. Least furious Sonic superfan. Yu-Gi-Oh! Community is so odd with how left-coded all the major names are. I mean, it's the same thing with Sonic fans. Same thing with Sonic fans. Same thing with, like, with everything. Everything is ruined. When Mike Patton wrote Everything's Ruined, he wrote it about fandoms 30 years later being ruined by autistic Zoomers. But you know, you know me, I don't hate Zoomers, but it is like always like the age range of like 15 to 23, which I think might even be Gen Alpha, just like ruining everything for everyone. Yu-Gi-Oh! Lefties are awful. They go on a tangent and it lasts half a video. I just want a fun deck competition. I don't even... First of all, if I played Yu-Gi-Oh! Again, I would not be playing by tournament rules. I don't respect... If you're gonna make a card, it's fucking valid. I'm not doing some bullshit, oh, this card's banned. It's fucking dumb. I'm using my 1000 Eyes Restrict, and there's nothing you can do about it. Also, all my cards are like 20 years old, so I'm going to be at a severe disadvantage anyway. Isn't it normies that ruin stuff? It depends on the fandom. Normies ruined Resident Evil. And it's not really normies. It's like autistic, lonely people on TikTok who don't... It's the same people who don't want to play a game but just want to watch a playthrough. When I watch a playthrough or I see someone playing a game, I'm like, ooh, this looks fun. I fucking buy it and I play it. Soy Jack statue. We must kill him. These are the Sentinels. I think we have to shoot it with a gun. Spear Hunter tried to save Resident Evil from the rot. Oh, from the normies by being so uncanny. Right? Maybe we should embrace gross, disgusting freaks being in our fandom so that it keeps normies away. But they don't stay away because they see Spear Hunter and like, OMG, she is so heckin' valid. You are a real woman. You go, girl. Spear Hunter needs to stop doing voice roles. You know what? Spear Hunter's probably less offensive to me than Pro ZD at this point. Pro ZD is an instant not buy when I hear that he's in the cast. And it's just because he's such a fucking dickhead and he has no talent. Like, yeah, okay, you can do a vocal fry. So what? So can Hassan Piker. Should he start doing fucking voice acting? Like, he's terrible. And we need to keep him away from everything. What was the game he was just announced for? Oh, no, not a game. He's in the new Ghost in the Shell. I always watch anime with dubs because I'm a fucking pleb. And, wait, I think I passed a collectible. I always watch anime with dubs because I'm a pleb. No, that's not a... I thought that was the same kind of thing. So, I'm not watching... and the fact he's voicing fucking Aramaki, that's crazy. Because I know exactly what voice he's gonna do. It is not fitting for the character at all. And it's, like... What is he, like, 30? And you're gonna have him voicing an elderly man? Best Yu-Gi-Oh! Stuff is sealed format, 15 to 20 weeks of cracking packs and gobbling decks of absolutely nothing. Me and my brother, when we were like at the height of our Yu-Gi-Oh! Obsession, you know, we didn't really play it with other people. We just played with, it was like an eternal feedback loop between the two of us of refining our decks to counter each other's strategies over and over again. It eventually got to a point where it was just like, there was nothing more we could do to make it, like, more difficult for each other. It was just luck of the draw and strategy at that point.
Impossible.
Dubs are the best. I hate reading when I'm trying to watch something. Well, that's the thing that sucks, is, like, sometimes if it's, like, something I'm not super interested in, I'll throw it on while I'm working, and I'll just passively, like, absorb it. That's how I watched the Cyberpunk anime, which did not have a great dub, by the way. It was kind of bad. But I just don't want to validate ProZD's career in any way if I can help it. Maybe I should delete my Shadow Warrior video because he was in that fucking game. Sell that. Spear Hunter being Capcom's plaything is so odd. Like, ex-adult actor being paraded around is so counter. You're gonna have an ex-adult actor, but then you're also gonna censor the nudity in Devil May Cry 5, which is an M-rated game. Make it make sense. The world is upside down. We have to validate everyone's fetishes, but we can't have, like, Trish's ass for half a second in Devil May Cry 5, which isn't even that nice anyway. It's almost completely flat, so who gives a shit? This is gay. This is just luck and metaphoma. That's pretty much every trading card game in existence. You know, I kind of like, I think it's called Queen's Blood, the card minigame in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. It's pretty good. I don't think I'd play it IRL, but I do play every opponent I run into in the game. What adult actress, so I can ignore her, of course. Oh, just look up Sue Lightning. What a babe. Any stones? I don't think there are, but I'm just checking. Like I said, we're not going for them, but if we can find any, I think you get some health upgrades along the way for doing those. It's like how Sega fired that one girl for saying trans kids don't exist, but kept the one that said kill half the population for voting wrong. Yeah, that live stream, I think it's over. But yeah, they were hosting a live stream and they got, you know, some of the work. It's weird that they get these people who are, like, objectively terrible people, and I've never fucking heard of them. It's always just, like, some nobody. It's like, say, aren't you excited for this? And it's like someone with, like, 100,000 subscribers. Like, who the fuck is this? They're not real Sonic fans anyway. I'm the only real Sonic fan. And anyone in the Sonic would love a Discord server. Let's be real, guys. Let's be totally 100% honest about this. Back in my day, 100k subs was big. I mean, it is big. I mean, like, 20,000 is big. 2,000 is big. I'm just saying, it's like, where do these fucking people come from? Do they grow them in, like, a vat? Eventually you get to summon more zombies. More than just the two, I think. Guys we gotta fight. I forgot that there's pause combos. Like Devil May Cry, but better. Devil May Cry is another one that's got like such an annoying LARPer Reddit fan base. Devil May Cry and Doom. Rip and tear, my dudes. Remember the Doom comic? That was so cringe. Camera's flipping out on me. Sega wants to influence to be their new means of promoting games, which is another great money move by Sega. It is a good money move, because they'll do that shit for free. Like anything that puts them above people, because they're like literal nobodies who live in like a shit shack in a third world country. Like they'll take any bit of clout they can get. Anything that increases their izzat, they're all for it. Red text above their heads is a weird choice for reading. Feels like WoW looking. I mentioned this before, but I don't think I'm colorblind, but something about certain combinations of colors hurt my eyes. Specifically, I mentioned this last time I brought this up, with Doom the Dark Ages. When you're trying to read like the lore dumps, it's like a dark red on like a khaki background color, and the text is really small, and something about it is like looking at it instantly hurt my eyes. It was very weird. See, Arcane! Yes, we gotta equip that. It increases the Arcane, we gotta equip it. Did it equip it? Doesn't look like my side's changed. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You know, this is worse by every metric. Designing a foot tickling simulator, isn't that already that Sonic fan game? Where Sonic's sitting on the couch and his feet are pointing at you? Maybe you're just color stupid. I don't think I would benefit from like one of those weird colorblind modes. Like I see every other color just fine. Like I can see the color red. It's just something about that particular color combination hurts my eyes. That. Hell yeah. Not gonna... Well, I have to mount the chamber. I'm gonna jump down there first. I think there's some collectibles. Like a bull? I am a bull. I'm actually Jeremy Hanley's bull. I don't know if you guys knew this. I don't advertise it very much. Of course, I mean, Kieran sent it to me. I don't typically play fan games. Arcane and Resistance. Hell yeah. The Arcane gear always looks cool as fuck, too, so I've always wanted to, like... I'm always min-maxing, so I never equip it. It's always, like, slightly cooler looking than the, like, pure, like, high defense stuff. You guys are saying this kind of looks like WoW. I wonder if there's, like... If Joe Mad did any work on any WoW armor. Give me a second. I'm gonna take a swig of my water. Finishing off my monster. Kind of hoping Uwe Ball makes a profit on Citizen Vigilante because it messes up his business model. I mean, I'll probably watch it because Uwe Ball made another movie, regardless of the political implications of it. Isn't Armie Hammer like a sicko weirdo? I mean, every actor is. He's just kind of open about it, but I mean, I guess he had to take work or he could get it, I guess. Maybe next time I fight Thane, I should just try summoning my zombies. Oh, okay. I think I gotta blow this off of here. It went too far. Alright, we got a key, so we can actually enter the fucking dungeon. Let me see. Not a lot of Joe's generation did. Joe was of his time. Lots aped his style, which was already Image inspired, which is why I love it. I love the Image Comics look. I love just that whole, like, over-designed, like, bulky character design. Don't think we need this guy anymore, so he could just stay locked in this position forever. Name is Army Hammer. I must support. I mean, he was in that movie Call Me by Your Name, which was fucking terrible and just nasty. Unless you want to watch Timothy Chalamet jack off into a peach. If that's your thing, then by all means. It wasn't my thing. Maybe if he went with like a more appealing fruit, like I don't know, like a dragon fruit. That seems like, or a pomegranate. That would make more sense, don't you think? Like aesthetically. Do they have those in Italy? Because that's where the movie takes place. Yeah, get juggled, fuckface. Sonic, is that you? It's only Tuesday. It's Shadow the Hedgehog, his edgy best friend. Alright, well, that guy fell down there, so we can just open this. Oh no, we do need that guy. More enemies spawning? Sounded like it, but I guess not. Okay. Come on, little fella. Let's go. Kind of like, the way these guys are built is kind of like the character 40 Below from Cameo, Elements of Power, which is also a Zelda ripoff. And one of Rare's only good games. Mechs? Kind of. Kind of. There is like a super big one, too. I've watched you play dozens of Sonic games, still have no idea what you're talking about. Come on, brother. You gotta pay attention. There's a WoW mount that looks just like that. They ripped it off from Darksiders, okay? I'm calling it now. Can you do that in WoW? I don't think so. Does Troy Baker become Satan in WoW? I don't think so. Troy Baker does not become Satan in this game. He voices a different character in this game. He voices Abaddon in the first game. In this one, he voices some guy named Draven. I made a vow my DMs will be ignored. Right? How dare you ignore my DMs? Later, buddy. Been nice hanging with you. Oh, I remember this. We have to fight like a big construct boss here. Not in this room, but at the end of this dungeon. I have my Reaper mode, but I'm gonna hold on to that for when we get to the boss. The boss in this dungeon is way more annoying than the one in the previous one, because I remember he has like some kind of annoying gimmick where you have to like throw bombs at him or something. It doesn't quite work right, or the timing is really fucking weird, and he ground pounds, and if you don't throw the bomb in the right time, he ground pounds and the bombs explode. Can you fucking take damage already? Wait for death to reload. Troy Baker was an action bastard in Crayon. Yeah, remember when Troy Baker did anime? And then he started doing video games and got a little too big for his britches, and now all of voice acting is ruined. Because he enabled the worst people in the world. Having too much fun. This game needs werewolves. I don't think there's any werewolves in this game at any point. I don't think there's any wolf-adjacent enemies in this game. Sorry, guys. This is this is me unwinding after having to play 3 sessions of Turning Point: Fall of Liberty, which, all things considered, wasn't that bad. It was not as bad as Legendary. I think people think Legendary is better because it's a more interesting concept, but it's a much worse game. Just throwing shit at me. You just have to fight like 1 million waves, I guess. Trying to avoid using as health items if possible. Any more sentinels? There's one up there. I assume we're gonna have to fight that one. Right? Right? Is there another one that I didn't see? I guess it is. Oh, there's 2 of them. Fucker, we're gonna be here all day. Took myself in the park 2 weeks in a row. This reminds me of that. I had some pretty bad diarrhea yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. I had it while Kieran was streaming. I was live commenting in his chat that I was having diarrhea. I'm not wasting my Reaper form in this guy. You can't make me do it. I'm not stupid enough to do that. I'll use health items before I waste my Reaper form. Actually, I probably should just use it on him. I don't think you really get a lot of opportunities to use it during the actual dungeon boss, so maybe I'll just do it. Fuck it. Alright, there's one more sentinel. Are we fighting this guy or what? Do I have 2 of these motherfuckers? I didn't realize I was playing a Capcom game. He's decided he can't take damage. There we go. Jeremaxing. Honestly. Look, man, sometimes a fart is a little more than it was promised to you 3,000 years ago. Oh, these guys are kicking my ass. I need that. Tried using the block mechanic. It did not do anything. Oh well. You guys do some damage while I look around for health items. Let's see. This makes my defense look worse, actually. Thanks. Here we go. I feel like I'm just taking damage or whatever. Let me try. No, the block didn't work. Alright, hurry, get to the Walmart before it. Remember when people used to call Capcom greedy? Calling them cash they are greedy. So you'll notice that I'm a Switch 2 guy. I'm a dedicated Switch 2 owner. So I've bought multiple game key cards because I don't really care that much about them. I think I you know, it's an imperfect solution to a modern problem. But you will notice that Capcom is the only company that charges full price for game key cards. They're the only one. Sega charges less for game key cards. Square Enix charges less for game key cards. But Capcom expects a full $80 for any game that they release, in whatever format. I am greedy. I'm just like Capcom. Well, it's okay for a normie to be greedy. Right, I'm gonna save the Reaper mode for when the two guys show up. I don't know why they would tell them, like, the game would warn me to use it when there's only one of them. It seems like counterintuitive. There's a troll. The game trolled me, guys. The detractors are in my video game. No greedy, I'm just referring to how they called them. Yeah, I mean, they were all in on, like, on-disc DLC and shit, so I don't blame people for calling them greedy. There was a fake slogan, Capcom, that will be $5. I mean, they had like half the roster of Street Fighter Cross Tekken on the disc, which is just bananas. How did they think they'd get away with that? Well, now they can get away with it because their biggest financial supporters are literal slaves. Literal subhuman 70 IQ animals. Outgreeting Capcom with a pirate hat and stealing key cards direct from GameStop. The new Onimusha is $80. Like, Capcom, come on. It's fucking Onimusha. You haven't made one in 20 years. You don't get to charge people that much money. Especially because from what I've heard from the demo, it's pretty mid, which is, you know, expected. You are not going to top Neo at this point. Capcom also won't put its classic fighting games collection on Steam on a good sale. I think companies just forget sometimes. Sometimes it's easier just to not lock on enemies in this game, because there's already a soft lock-on mechanic in place. Capcom will sell all but the newest Resident Evil for $100 for all of them, but sells Onimusha at 80. Whack. I would love like a proper Onimusha collection, but we're just never gonna get that. If the new Onimusha doesn't sell well, we're never seeing the series again. If it does sell well, we're lucky if we get like shitty RE Engine remakes. I'm gonna get to this little guy first if I can. Yeah, the Kino Casino superfan Mormon Shaggy retweeted that he'd been dating a child for like 6 months. Other guys like Housemaster were exposed to it bigger. I haven't been keeping up with anything Kino Casino related in like a month. Since they got banned off YouTube, I just don't like. They were always like background YouTube noise for me, so I don't have any reason to watch them. And they keep talking about fucking Jeremy Hambley, who I could not care less about. Take a swing. Or I'll let my little goblin zombies do the dirty work. I forgot that something I always have to like relearn when I play this game is that your gun is the quickest way to regain your energy meter. I don't know why. It just does, like, it fills up your meter a lot to use it. Ooh, I got this talisman. Let's equip that real quick. Age talisman, spellbinder talisman. Hell yeah. Really dislike the holding your favorite series hostage with a bad remake, overpriced sequel, and then blaming the fans when it doesn't sell EA expectation numbers. Yeah, which is what Ubisoft is doing now. With fucking Rayman. Does it raise my arcane? Does this lower my arcane? No, so I can equip this, okay. I have to be extra careful, because I'm trying to stick to a specific setup. Arcane critical damage. Does anything just increase my arcane, though? My urge to min-max at every opportunity is really calling to me. All remakes are bad. I'm trying to think of any counter-arguments to that. I don't know. The obvious answer is Resident Evil 1 remake, Metroid Zero Mission, Medieval. Those are kind of the only ones I can think of, though. Ooh! Reaper damage on execute. Yeah! Fight, motherfucker. There we go. Who is the worst company nowadays to have your series held hostage by? Sega, Ubisoft, or Nintendo? I mean, it's still Capcom. Sega's a close second, but Capcom's like top dog at like just like not giving people what they want. We can make our ghouls explode, but we can also get the murder of crows, which I want because eventually, yeah, you're gonna get the ability for them to heal you at level 12. We're gonna unlock that now. Equip it. I forget how. It's one of these buttons. There we go. Do LX. But that doesn't feel right. Hold on. Make it a LY. LX feels like a buff ability. I thought EA are basically like they're just non-existent. Like if someone's buying an EA game at this point, you already consider them like less than human. Like who cares? Everyone knows they're terrible. Ooh, increases arcane. Hell yeah. Would you trust modern Capcom with a Dino Crisis remake? No. I'm already not buying the Code Veronica remake. I learned my lesson from Resident Evil 3 and Resident Evil 4 remakes. I'm not buying any more Capcom remakes. Nothing they remake is entering this household ever again. Oh, there's a weapon here. It's just like clipped through the ground. Hold on. Where is it? I'm not going to use it, but I could sell it for a lot of money. When is Capcom going to give me more Chow Garden? My soul is truly held hostage by Sega. The fact that Takashi Iizuka just came out and said, yeah, we're not re-releasing any Sonic games because I feel like they would want a remake instead. Like, oh, like, I died inside a little bit when he said that. I was like, this guy, this fucking guy, he's going to chase the worst industry trend. And Sega, I don't think, has the capital to survive making bad monetary decisions. I mean, Microsoft is at least giving the Goimers Halo. They're giving them more Halo games. They're terrible. They're awful. They're ruining it. But they are getting it. Sega, like, hey, here's Minecraft Steve in your Sonic racing game. Did you want a new Sonic game? No, here's Minecraft Steve. Here's the guy from Crazy Taxi. Oh, you wanted an actual Crazy Taxi game? Maybe we'll get to work on it. Maybe we'll finish that one of these decades. It's not a priority right now. 10,000 more Yakuza sequels with Yang in them, though, are coming in the pipeline. What's the new one? Stranger Than Heaven or whatever? I ain't buying that shit. I ain't buying any... I mean, I did... My dad got me Yakuza 3 and Darksiders for my birthday. I think that was a my brother call. He probably told him, like, oh, he likes Yakuza, get him this. Not knowing the dire state of that game, but I'll probably play that after Rebirth. Which I am enjoying for a remake. I'm enjoying it much more than Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII Remake took me like 3 attempts to get through. And when I finally did, I was like, ugh. But I gave Rebirth a shot, and I'm honestly enjoying it quite a bit. Even Microsoft would unironically give us Sonic 06 re-release now. Sega will give you a Care Bears collab and tell you to pay gotcha money. Between Care Bears and, like, He-Man still being thrown around in the public eye, like, can we stop? Can we stop, like, pretending Gen X gives a fuck about anything? That they spend a decent amount of money on anything? They're like boomers, but they're somehow lacking in the capital to buy anything. Stop pandering to them. Pander to the millennials and the zoomers and the Gen Alphas. Millennial nostalgia is at its peak right now. Do you see how many 40-year-olds, like, lose their shit every time a new Toy Story is announced? 2000 He-Man got screwed over, so fuck the new one. I love that show, too. Very cool art style. I didn't know it was, like, based on, like, an 80s cartoon. I was just like, oh, here's a cool-looking cartoon. Let me watch this. Gen X were the gen literally taught to not spend money on shit. Where we go? Where we go? Go up here? I can go up. Go that way, but can we go this way? My brothers are the exact Gen X they are targeting, and neither of them even remotely care to see the He-Man movie. It's stuck culture, but the target doesn't even care. Yeah, He-Man was just like such a of its time thing. Why are we like bringing it back? Kiwami might be the first RGG game I was met on. The Orphan stuff was fun, but there's nothing else. Dark Ties was kind of fun. There's literally one thing to do besides the arena, which is always bad. I think... yeah, I think Kiwami was the first one where I was like, ugh, I don't like where this is going. I liked Yakuza 0, but not as much as Yakuza 3 and 4. That's not right. We don't need that. We got a puzzle to solve here. We got to get that other construct up the elevator. Remember when G.I. Joe movies were made and they sucked? I don't remember the G.I. I saw the first one, Rise of Cobra, in theaters. The only thing I remember is, why would you do that? Is Brian Bloom was one of the bad guys, I think. Or maybe I'm mixing that up with the A-Team movie. I don't know. It was Brian Bloom was the bad guy in one of those movies. And I was like, hey, that's the guy from Kane and Lynch. And that's kind of all I know about it, off the top of my head. And then there was a sequel with The Rock, I guess. Transformers was only good because Michael Bay did his own... That's true. That's why the Michael Bay Transformers movies are better than Transformers 1 or Rise of the Beasts or Bumblebee, because Michael Bay made them. A true director with a real artistic vision and not just a Gen X, early millennial slop of bullshit. Who cares? I'm playing 4 for the first time. I love Yakuza 4. I don't know why. There's a lot of people who don't like Yakuza 4. They're wrong. The only problem with Yakuza 4 is I didn't notice this when I first played it, but Yakuza 4 has possibly like the dumbest ending of not just Yakuza games, but of like it almost feels like a PS1 game, like the way the game ends. It's so dumb. I'm not gonna spoil it for you, Prairie Judge, but it is when you get to it, you might laugh out loud. Like, this is their brilliant plan to catch the bad guy. Like, it's just so stupid. Anyone who's played it knows, but please don't spoil it for Prairie Judge. It's very funny. I remember the Transformer game Kino. I've played all the Transformers games, including Mystery of Optimus Prime. Resistance, Guilt Found. Does it increase my arcane, though? If it doesn't increase my arcane, I can't use it. That's the one static rule we have for equipping gear. Let me see. It lowers my defense. Alright, this one is actually objectively better, so we can equip that. Platinum or High Moon? Well, I mean, I even like the movie games. The Revenge of the Fallen game was one of the first games I got a Platinum trophy on my PS3. And I have the CD soundtrack to that game that I bought at a Julian K concert this year because their song, I forget the name of it. I think it's like Kill the Bass or something like that, is featured on the soundtrack. So I don't know if I could stream that game because there's licensed music in it technically. If I were to choose, I prefer the... Now, I know it's one of Platinum's lesser games, but I do like Transformers Devastation. But I gotta give it to the High Moon games, because they're their own thing. They're not just doing fucking G1 glazing. And the worst thing is, like, the Platinum game, Devastation... Oh, this part's hard, if I remember right. They got Vince DiCola back to do some of the music, and the music he composed for that game is garbage. Like, you barely even notice it in the game. The best music in the game is the boss fight music, which was composed by some Japanese guy. It's like, why did you waste the money getting Vince DiCola to come out of retirement? Have I gotten copyright strikes before? So I've never gotten, like, a video taken down or muted, but I've lost, like, you know, it's not gonna make ad money anyway, but I've lost monetization privileges for certain videos. So like my entire playthrough of Alone in the Dark has copyright flags on the videos. My entire playthrough of Splatterhouse, apparently, like, I thought it was just the licensed music in that game, so I created my own playlist and played that over the background of like ambient video game music, and it included music from that game's soundtrack, which apparently Howard Drawson like won't let you get away with using the music in that game, even though he doesn't seem to have that creative control over shit like Sonic and the Black Knight or Comics Zone. But for some reason he has a stranglehold on the Splatterhouse reboot. Whoever Cybertron was eventually trying to Transformers Prime series, and man, I got issue. I still like Prime. If I'm gonna rewatch a Transformers cartoon, it's either that or animated. Like, I guess it depends on like how serious I want the show to be, but both were really cool. Can I go over there? I feel like I should go. No, I don't think I can go over there. It's just that enemy's just hanging out. This door's gonna lock, and I have to fight one of those big like prowler enemies. Worst expanded universe book comic you read based on a video game, and where does the second Resistance book rank on that list? The worst. So I've only read a few. I've been trying to get more into it. Obviously, I read the first 2 Halo books. I read the 2 Resistance books. I read the first Mass Effect book. I'm not going to count comics. But those are what I've read so far. I have more that I want to read. I definitely, A Hole in the Sky is at the bottom. That book was fucking boring and stupid. A complete waste of like 300 pieces of paper. R.I.P. William C. Dietz, not your best work. I only like Transformers if it's my... I mean, at this point, I'm kind of in that same camp. Like, if Michael Bay isn't making it, why do I even bother? And Transformers fandom is also ultra gigapaused, so it's like, I don't even want to engage with it on that level. I do have, for my birthday, my brother got me a Nemesis Prime model kit I need to put together, which I've never actually made. Like, I've actually thought of getting, like, the Gundam model kits. If I got one, I would want to get, like, a GM or a Zaku. But I guess I'll start with this Nemesis Prime kit and see how it goes. And I do have the MP10 Optimus Prime, so I'm curious how it scales up with it. It's going to be weird if I put them next to each other and they're slightly off, because they should theoretically be the exact same dimensions. I also have the MP22 Ultra Magnus. I really wanted, like, when I stopped, around the time I stopped collecting Transformers stuff is when they announced that, like, movie-accurate $500 Unicron toy, and I was like, whoa. But I was already tapped out. I was like, nah, no thanks, I don't need any more. I don't need any more crap. Don't I like Beast Wars? I watched it as a kid. I didn't really, I didn't ever like rewatch it as an adult or anything, so I really couldn't tell you. I've heard the writing holds up, but obviously the CGI doesn't, and I'm sure I could get past that, but like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna... I would actually be curious about Beast Machines, because I heard that one takes some weird fucking turns. I like me some weird-ass sci-fi, you guys know that. Fly like a crow. It gets the damage while I'm summoning ghouls. Wow. I don't think Death actually has invincibility frames in his dodge. Now that I think about it. I didn't remember there was 2 stalkers. I know there's a stalker. Like, maybe it's a hard difficulty thing, because I don't go back and play the hard mode that often. This guy's just like immune to damage now, temporarily, I guess. No stalker child. No stalker enemy encounter. It is you who will be defeated. Arcane critical damage. Oh, I'll take it. What you said about how they didn't elaborate on all the Chimera's hive mind and tried to keep it mysterious but came across as vacuous made me think of how the illusion of depth is hard to master. Well, like, a hive mind shouldn't be that hard to fucking explain. We had like 5 games and 2 books and a comic book, and they couldn't figure it out. It made no sense. You know, Halo figured it out. Halo explained it just fine. Halo explained it perfectly. Ender's Game explains it perfectly. So why is it so hard for a fucking series that's got 5 stories to elaborate on how it works to figure it out? health. I'm gonna try to get a health potion if I can before I resort to teleporting back to Tristone. Get his ass. Beast Machines was ass a sequel, but it's fine as its own thing. I just thought like the design for Optimus Prime was really cool. I've never, like I said, I've never watched it, but I thought it just looked so fucking weird, and I might like it just on that basis. Why do I have so much money already? You get used to Beast Wars bad CGI after 3 episodes and appreciate how good the animation is and how much detail they added. No health items, huh? Well, this is a big square room. Are neither of these doors open? Oh, I need some kind of sphere. Where do we get the sphere from? Dust is saying to go this way, but the door appears to be locked, so I don't know what his problem is. It's saving, like I can go in that door. Hold on. I might be missing something. Oh, there we go. You don't know what you're doing. It's clear there's nothing beyond the curtain. Bungie did a phenomenal job with the illusion of depth in Marathon, Halo, and Myth. Yeah, I mean, I played System Shock 2 for the first time a few weeks ago, and, you know, people act like it's this, like, super hyper-intelligent game. It's like, it's a lot of reused sci-fi concepts. There's not really anything crazy there, but it's just done really well. And I think there's something to be said for that. Like Darksiders. Darksiders is just a bunch of shit that Visual Games stole from other studios and IPs, and it's awesome. Am I a fan of the BioShock series? I mean, I'm God's strongest BioShock Infinite soldier. I like BioShock. I think the first one is my least favorite one. The story's good, but playing it is not as fun as 2, and BioShock Infinite is just its own thing that I like. But I have so much money already, teenagers getting their first paycheck. Well, I'm gonna teleport out of here and get some health items. Where is Tristone? Here we go. After playing BioShock 2, it's really hard to get used to 1's combat. Yeah, everything about 2 feels, especially the hacking. And the funny thing is the hacking in BioShock 1 is worse than the hacking in System Shock 2. So how did they make that worse? Have I played the G-Force game? No. I know of it. I've never played it. But what I've heard, it's actually really good with a lot of enemy. I actually think I might have played a demo for it, now that I think about it. Not being able to use a gun and plasmid at the same time. Yeah, terrible. Yeast Machines was a mistake. Damn creative hijacking by a bunch of hacks. I don't know, man. Maybe I'll watch it someday. It just seems so weird. Let's go buy some crap from the seer. Let's just do a quick equipment check. Make sure I don't have anything that can boost my arcane, because I'm just going to sell everything I'm not actively using. Back in my day, we had movie tie-ins that weren't Fortnite skins, right? And some of them were really good. Man, that X-Men Origins Wolverine game was fun.
A mind that is dreaming. Awaken him, horseman, or you will never escape.
The warden I seek. Who was he?
He was a great builder once. He has been dreaming for ages. Some say that his dreams help build our realm, give it form and color.
If so, Shaman, then his dreams have long since turned to nightmares. Here is what you asked for.
Ah, thank you, horseman. You'll not be sorry for your trouble. This talisman will certainly help you on your quest. But I fear you will not break your destiny.
No, but I believe I might bend it a little.
What was old is new again.
Give me some potions, woman.
I would not burden you, horseman.
Grim Talisman. Maker known only as the Mad Smith forged this talisman using the arms and armor of slain warriors from the Dead Plains. Grim, as the talisman was named, was crafted to distill and concentrate necromantic power from the abyss. The Grim Talisman makes any weapon wielded by its owner build Reaper energy with every successful attack. Does it do anything else? I can't even equip it. And it lowers my arcane anyway, so we're not going to use it. There was no longer any reason to have a beast form that absolutely does nothing by the time they reach us. I mean, yeah, but that's a general flaw with Transformers in general. Why would they be able to turn into things if they're not, if they don't need to disguise themselves? The Nook. The Nook. No, we gotta go back to where we were. Going to our outside as the night summons the lightning bugs. Oh, we got those. They're all over the place. I know you've got to be like an hour away from me, Meow, or something, because we seem to be in the same climate. They turned Cybertron into a fake-ass golf course planet with fake grass at the end. Isn't that like the plot of like Star Trek 2? Okay. Oh, I didn't even heal. What the fuck, man? Oh boy, 2 more of these guys. I'm glad I bought those potions. Wow, destructible environments. So much work put into this game. Hope it didn't cost them too much. Waiting for death to reload. I wish there was a way to speed up the reloading. Next time we level up, we won't be leveled up enough to do it, but eventually we'll get the ability to just heal by using our throws. Doing a necromancer build, so we might as well just focus on letting the zombies do it. It's kind of the whole point of the arcane stat is for the summoning abilities. Beast Wars has a good reason for their alt modes, so the dinosaurs don't realize, oh no, the game froze! I told you it does this sometimes. Alright, give me 1 second. I'll get it started back up. Hold your horses. Wonder where it last saved. It's just too much for the Switch to handle. Those two big guys with buzzsaw hands. It's not the Switch's fault. It's the game. It's just a little unfinished. I wasn't crashing out, so the game did. Yeah, I was being very patient.
But the horsemen loosed its waters, and then the makers rejoiced, for their forge burned anew. From its fires they made a key, one which could awaken stone.
See how far back we are. Not in the mood to redo like 30 minutes of gameplay. Alright, where are we? What room are we in? Oh, we're here. And I got my potions. Alright, that's fine. Why don't I go this way instead? Well, this looks like I came from this way. Did I? What's over here? Oh, I guess I did, huh? Okay, well, I guess we gotta go fight those two fuckers. They're pretty tough. Yeah, this game will, it just freezes. There's, like, nothing particularly crazy could be happening. You can just be walking through the world and just be like, ah! But it has a really aggressive autosave, so it's like, ah, whatever. If I lost, like, 15 to 20 minutes of progress every time this game crashed, it would not be anywhere near my top 10 favorite games, because I have a very low tolerance for technical problems. And I don't mean like glitches, I mean like the game itself not like turning on or some shit. That stuff drives me crazy. How did you hit me from behind? This is a lot harder doing like a quote-unquote mage build. They just have like some kind of like area with deck down or something. It's weird. They'll never take me alive. Got a bunch of zombies and I'm not afraid to use them. What do you mind recommending The Average American Male, American Psycho, but a guy in 2008? Isn't that just the plot of a... What is that new Uwe Ball movie called again? It's like Citizen something. It's just like, that's like a normal guy. And then he visits Europe and becomes radicalized just by seeing the people around him. I have, as far as Uwe Ball goes, I have Blubberella and Postal on DVD. I've wanted to watch the Blood Rain ones forever, but I can never, like, you have to, like, buy a DVD on eBay or some shit. Citizen Vigilante, right. I want to say Citizen Sleeper, but I'm pretty sure that's a video game. Ooh, that sounds good. I'll pick it up and look at it after the fight, this 3-hour-long fucking fight. Something like the buckler does decent damage, but it's like the block ability. Like there's like a 2-second delay before he actually blocks. So why would I ever use that? Average American Male Amazon reviews say it's Kino. I should start reading like Chuck Dixon's novels. He makes a bunch of like shit. I mean, he gets a lot of work. I know he does some science fiction. It's just like the subject matter. It seems more action focused and less on the interesting science fiction bits. Like action's fine. Like a video game. I don't need to watch someone doing cool things when I can do it in a game. Let's see. health. Oh, there we go. Finally killed all those motherfuckers. Let's see. Let's see this other side weapon. We losing any arcane? No, we can actually equip it. Fire damage, critical damage. Badass looking. You also get weapons like that in Darksiders 3. It's like a DLC weapon. Can't equip anything that lowers my arcane. That's the plan. That's the rule. This is fun. I don't get to use... I never use light weapons because, like I said, I always min-max. It's neat trying new stuff out. Some boxes over there. I don't want to miss out on any fucking health potions. Those guys took all 5 of my health potions. Woman and effeminate men seething about intrusive thoughts. The author put down. That reminds me, God, what did I read? I read, like, if you look at, like, Goodreads reviews of John Carter, it's so cringe. It's like, oh my god, these are so outdated and it's racist and... It's like, it's a pulp adventure novel from, like, the 20s. Like, why are you getting angry about it? Oh boy, we're up to the boss fight? Might have to get more health items. I don't know, he's more of a puzzle boss, so maybe he won't be too much of a pain in the ass. We'll see. I just remember he has an annoying pattern that's not fun. So they're letterboxed for books. Yes. Now, I remember what makes this guy hard, really, he has one annoying attack, and he also spawns like a ton of enemies around him. It's fucking, I don't think he would be that hard himself. He didn't honestly have fucking dudes messing with you. So his ground pound moves explode any bombs that you didn't touch. So you can't pick them up. Death loves to focus on the random enemies when he's trying to use the lockout, which does not help. Grab this? Yeah. Got a Reaper mode. Maybe we could try it? I don't know how much use that would be against this guy. I think the time it would take Death to transform into his Reaper mode might make it moot. Doing decent damage to him at least. Ooh, crap. Gimme, 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 gimme. is getting dire. Oh, jeez, dude. I actually use Letterboxd. It's good for finding new movies, but do not engage with the community. Apparently there were more movies in the channel Awesome Sphere, and I can't find copies of them. I'm so mad. Cinema Snob did like 3 movies and a Kung Fu parody series. Linkara movie. Yeah, I wanted to watch the Linkara movie too. If I had one more health potion, I would have been able to beat that guy. Might just teleport away and buy more. The game lets you do it, so it's perfectly fair. Health potions can be found in chests. Yeah, like once in a blue moon. Let's see what we can get from these first. Before we whisk ourselves away back to Tristone. Stupid game's fault, dude. No, the RNG in this game is very, it's weird. It's like it gives you a ton of loot, but like health items and stuff is very stingy. Trainer basic moves. No, take me to the Void. I wonder if he's even restocked on health items. Or if I'm just fucked and I'm gonna have to run around looking for some. I keep picking up my Monster Energy thinking it's my water bottle, which could not be more different, but what are you gonna do? Death performs an acrobatic move. You can only dodge 3 times. It's kind of like Bayonetta. They only let you dodge 5 times. Focus on the nearest enemy. Lock-on's a little iffy. It's good. It's good if you're like fighting a boss, though. Oh, it just spawned me in the middle of Tristone. Wait, let me try fighting Thane again, because it'll refill my health anyway. Oh, his crates respawn. Maybe he'll get more health items. I don't have to buy any. No, not a single one was found. Alright, let's try fighting Thane.
Surprised you've gotten that far.
Oh, okay. I wonder if it'll say I'm cheating if I use my wrath attacks. No, I can use my little zombies on him. Oh, he hit me from behind though.
No horseman is a match.
Do one more attempt. At least I get free full health out of that. Why are you looking over there?
Surprised you've gotten that far. You're allowed to hit me, horseman.
Do the crows so that the zombies don't fuck up my mojo with them.
Allow me to show you how it's done.
Not enough more.
The battle is far from over. That must have hurt.
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Must have hurt. Show me what you've got.
Got him. Alright, now we have to have a long-ass conversation with him.
Well, a battle won should never go unrewarded. You got lucky. Mayhaps I am too old to do this.
Uncle Ert.
Age isn't everything.
So, you can fight an old warrior, but to earn your name, you'll have to do better than that. Baethir, Echidna, Argyll, these are what we makers call death. You kill them all, and mayhaps I will grant you are the true Reaper.
Sounds like a challenge. If I'm to be your executioner, I would hear more of those that I'm to kill.
I will tell you what I know.
Where can I find Baethir?
Baethir and her kind once ranged across the Forge lands. hunting us like cattle as we made this world our home. One by one, we hunted down and slayed the fell beasts. But Baythair, she made herself a deep burrow and slithers out only to feed. I only know that she's a beast of fire and smoke, and that she's made her lair beneath the earth.
What of Gorwood?
Gorwood is one.
Once,
Gorwood and I think
Gorwood was a
Baythair are
friend
both in
to
the
my
Forge
people.
Land.
Then why seek my aid?
Corruption has taken our forest, and Gorwood is a being of that old wood. Where one goes, so goes the other. Gorwood is filthy with corruption. He must be put down.
Even I know the name Echidna. Why do you seek her death?
An old debt, forged before your time.
All know the Shadow Realm of Echidna. Why do you not travel there and kill her?
I have tried, only to find her realm in chaos. The Spider Lords had bathed her throne in blood, and Echidna was nowhere in sight. I spent years following her trail to the realm of the dead. Then, all this happened. I returned home to my people, and left old debts unpaid.
Tell me about Argo.
Ah, a madman, a beast in need of killing. I had sight on the deed myself, when the current Lord of Bones rose up and defeated the mad king of the undead.
Then Argo is no more.
My bones have always told me otherwise.
Gorwood Reaper.
The old king
That's a good
lives.
one.
I'm sure of it.
All right, let's go talk to the seer, get some potions, and then I'll sell some crap to her, and then we'll talk to Thane again, because I think you can buy moves from him too. He teaches you like basic moves, and then Draven gives you better ones. I don't think there's a better move teacher after Draven though. It's crazy to think we're like almost like 5 hours into the game and we haven't encountered Ostagoth yet. That's fucking weird. I always forget that he doesn't show up till the second
There
world.
are new talismans for you to browse.
I'm selling you shit. Buy my crap. I like to keep the unique weapons even though I'm never going to use them.
I will offer this. I will make use of it as
Look how much money we have. Big bucks.
my thanks. I will offer this to the forest.
Sell me more potions. Please have more potions I could buy. Okay.
I would not but
I'll buy a Wrath potion too while I'm here. Alright, let's see if we can get any cool moves from Thane. Let's see. Save Reno. You can manual save it. I mean, the game auto saves pretty aggressively. I just compulsively do it sometimes. Oh, I see some containers I didn't break. I could have possibly gotten a free potion. Damn. Okay. During forward evade. Big Atman for lifting light enemies off their feet. Gravel Wizard, Twin Cannon, Painbringer. Hellraiser, Harvest Lamp, Tremor Slash, Smash. Let's see if we get to what we get. These look like they're for gauntlets
That
of
one's
some kind.
my favorite.
That one's my favorite too, buddy. I don't think I ever used like the Meteor Smash one. Let's see. There we go. Now we got some moves. Okay, now let's head back. Toggle map. It's to the north. The Nook, the Lost Temple. I do think these maps look cool, although I don't feel like they accurately describe the world as you encounter it. You know what I mean? If you understand how I'm phrasing it. He will hint the correct path to your next objective. You rarely ever need dust, and I don't think he tells you anything about side quests, so he's not particularly useful in that regard. The Lost Temple, very original name. Look, it's the Maker's World, and they're one of the first worlds, so they get to have very unoriginal names for things because they made them up first. Alright, let's kick this guy's ass. We get cooler sounding names in the later parts of the game, okay? Cut the Makers some slack. They mostly hit things with hammers. I'm surprised that whole last attempt against this guy, I didn't have a bomb blow up on me once. That's pretty rare. 99% of the times I lose to this guy, it's because I picked up a bomb and then he did his fucking ground pound and it exploded in my hand. Oh, that fucker. Need bombs. I need them now. Hit detection on these claws on his core is very bad. We will not be using it. Too busy fighting my ghouls. Drop some bombs for me. There we go. I think the bombs actually blow up if he just walks too close to you. Okay. It's weird, I don't read a lot of fantasy books. Like, I love Lord of the Rings, but I haven't really read that much fantasy besides that. But two of my favorite games, I guess, could be considered some sort of high fantasy. It's this and fucking Castlevania Lords of Shadow. It's basically just like a very Tolkienized version of the Dracula mythology. Saving the Reaper form until we're at least like master. So I think this next round I'll give it a shot. It says he keeps spawning more and more enemies as he goes, so I don't want to fuck it up. And then I'm surrounded by 50 guys beating the shit out of me. Oh, he blew himself up. Shit. There we go. Get his little nugget. I got the Skeletal Axe of Rending. A tale often told amongst the dead plains concerns a proud warrior who boasted often of his skill, only for it to be later revealed that the braggart had claimed the victories of others for his own. As punishment, the warrior is transformed into a magical axe, doomed forever to assist others in gaining the glory he had so wrongfully sought. Although this axe does not strike as hard as many other weapons, it steals the vitality from those it strikes and transfers it to the wielder, strengthening him whilst weakening his foes. Critical strikes with the axe rend the foe for even greater amounts of stolen health. Sweet. Alright, let's talk to the warden. Ooh. Lame. They're shit. I don't want them. I'll sell them. If you remember, if any of you played the first Darksiders, the wardens are all over the place in that game. You have to talk to like 1 million of them before you can go anywhere. Damage, health per kill. Does it... It lowers my fucking arcane, though. It's really hampering me. I could be doing so much more damage per hit. I want to see if we do the Crucible. Ah, no way, man. The Crucible sucks. I don't know why they keep putting that in more of the Darksiders games. They're like it's like the most boring DLC possible. It's just like the going through the same room over and over again. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of something else. Maybe I'm thinking of like a maze DLC. I don't know. Whoa, I'm so sleepy. I'm a little eepy. Yeah, blood, that's called getting 30 years old.
Not corrupted. Not yet.
Corrupted. Then it was not a dream. The Makers have need of me.
The Makers say that you can reach the Foundry, and that a Guardian lies within.
The Foundry, yes. It is where I was cast. But it was lost. And now you will need my help.
Corruption spreads across your realm, and you slumber.
Stone is heavy. It is easier to rest. In my dreams I can move again. In my dreams I am flesh.
This place, what was it?
I cannot tell you. It's on the tip of my tongue. My tongue seems to be elsewhere.
Will you help me, Old One?
Yes.
Shall we?
Hold on, little one.
Off a little ride. I honestly thought he was going to jump into his chest portal. No.
In my slumber, I have felt the Guardian reaching into my dreams. He was the strongest of us all, but in his heart there is a hunger. The Guardian was built to destroy. He has much in common with corruption. You must speak with Adar and make your peace before you cross over. There may be no crossing back.
All right, that's a good time to call it for now. We'll do the I think it's called the Foundry. We'll do that one next on Tuesday. I mean, I actually have a lot of free time this week, so I'll probably do an extra stream. But next time I stream, we'll do the Foundry. And then that's the last dungeon before you leave the Forge World, so that'll be fun. We'll get to go on to the Land of the Dead after this. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks for chilling. I am thoroughly enjoying playing Darksiders 2, even if I'm playing in a weird, obtuse way that I've never done it before. And I hope I'll catch you at the next one. Have a good one, guys.